Okay, yesterday we discussed from the starting of networking, like what is network, what is networking, internetworking, what is internet, what is intranet. Okay, so you are communicating to google.com through internet. You are communicating to your local server, your domain controller, intranet. Intranet. Okay, understand that's the difference. Okay, so what is Ethernet? Ethernet is a NIC, physical device, which make a connection between your device to network. Different type of networks: LAN, CAN, MAN, WAN. These are the main four things. There are additional thing: personal area network using Bluetooth or hotspot kind of stuff. And home area network is a simple LAN connection with your home devices. SAN, storage area network, it is not also comes under your area network. So the name is area, so that's why they put it here. Okay, because some people will keep on asking, so what is this one? So home area network, personal area network kind of stuff. Okay, so simple network you want to configure, you need a NIC, media cables, networking devices, protocols, and logical addresses. Okay, so here it is. NIC. NIC is a network interface card, also called as Ethernet card, LAN card, whatever the name it is. So it contains a physical address called a MAC address. So MAC means media access control, 48-bit, 12 hexadecimal. And how to check the MAC address? Get MAC address, ipconfig all, or go to an network settings, go to an on adapter, right click, status details. Yeah, I put a present, Jishan completed. I put it. Don't worry. Okay, so Wi-Fi LANs are having a different naming structure. So compulsory. See, 802.11 means wireless network. Okay, 802.3 means Ethernet. 802 means networking related one. Okay, so different type of cables we are using: coaxial cables, twisted pair cable, fiber optical cables. Okay, in twisted pair cable, unshielded twisted pair cable, shielded twisted pair cables. And the cable, while you are connecting your twisted pair cable from one system to another system, so we use straight cable or a crossover cable or rollover cable, one device to another device. Okay, different type of devices like a PC to hub, PC to switch, PC to router, switch to router, hub to router. So we use straight cable. Okay, crossover cable. The crossover cable we use is a dissimilar, a similar type of devices like a PC to PC, hub to hub, switch to switch, hub to switch, router to router, PC to router. Use this one. So router to router is in a LAN communication, not in a WAN serial based communication. That's a different kind of stuff. Okay. So rollover cable, not for communication. It is for configuration of routers and switches from PC serial port to routers. COM port. COM port. That's a communication port. Right. COM port. No, 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 no. Sorry, sorry. Console port. Console port. Switch or a router. Console port. Okay. Really, it is CCNA class. Okay. Physical topologies: bus topology, ring topology, mesh topology, star topology, or a standard topology. Hybrid means the combination of two or more. Okay, combination of two, at least two topology is called a hybrid topology. Mesh and star topology is a full mesh topology. Okay, star. If you keep adding a one star to another star topology, that is a extended star topology. Okay, just okay, we are using star topologies. We need a centralized device. We connect a star topology to a centralized device. Okay, it is very easy to configure, easy to troubleshoot. It is a scalable. Only one thing is, if centralized device hub or a switch is down, entire network will be collapsed down. Okay, and also added one power point, that is leased line. What is this leased line? Leased line is a dedicated line, like my office in Hyderabad and my remote office is in Delhi. Okay, I want to communicate from Hyderabad to Delhi from one server in Hyderabad, another server is in Delhi. Okay, so I want to communicate. But if you communicate through internet, internet means it's a public network. Obviously, you are in the same traffic only. So obviously, your internet speed will be compromised, and you should use heavy encryption to protect your data. Okay, so these two are very difficult and mainly. Okay, so one is no protection in a public. Your packets are not having any protection. Second one is the traffic, so your bandwidth compromises possibilities there. So here it is. Leased line means ISP providers, okay, internet exchange service providers. Exchanges are there, no? BSNL, VSNL, Airtel, HCL. HCL is also doing that one. Ticona, okay. Sahara is also there earlier. Now it is not there, I think. Okay, so I am not sure about it. Bharati Sahara something is there. So Sahara one is there. So what they will do? So in the same wires only, wires are not changing. The cables kind of stuff is not changing. In the same wire kind of stuff, everything is connected. Every exchange is connected through fiber optical cables. So they'll give you a dedicated line for you, a private PVC line for you. Okay. Okay. So PVC, the name is like that only, PVC, not a polyvinyl chloride. It is private virtual circuit something is there. Okay. So they will give you a dedicated connection from your office to your remote office. So this, because of this dedicated connection, so your packets only are forwarding through your line only. Okay, only your traffic, only for your organization, your branch office and main office are communicating each other through a private line, through a dedicated line, private line. So obviously no other traffics are involved, so your internet speed is not less. Okay, so dedicated thing is there. Okay, T1 data speed is like it's T1, T2, T3, E1, E2, E3 are standards. For example, I want a 10 Mbps connection, so which is equivalent for a 10 Mbps. Based on that, I will get it. Okay, as a T2 or T3 or a combination of T1 and T2, like they will put it. Same lines, the bandwidth will be different. Okay, guys. This remember this laser line because of VPN. What is the difference between what is the VPN and why involved in the VPN thing is also there. This is a cost minded, means I have a office in New Delhi, I have an office in Hyderabad, I have an office in Chennai, I have an office in New Jersey, I have an office in Australia like Sydney. Okay, so different geographical location, they want to communicate like a private communication, so we go with the dedicated lines, but cost is very high cost. Because of that is a big organization, enterprise levels, they can offer a more amount for them. I'm working from my home, okay, from my office to my home, they can't put a dedicated lines, right? I am changing myself also from my home to some different places I'm changing. Through internet, I have to connect to my organization. So I cannot use dedicated lines. Okay, it is cost. First one is a cost. No stability of a person, right? So person has to be connected through the, for example, Pune office. Pune is not a very big one. Okay, Pune office is not like a Hyderabad. We don't have in a Pune, we don't have any dedicated servers, IT, data centers kind of stuff. We don't have any thing. It's like a only training part only. In Hyderabad, we have a IT data centers and all. In Hyderabad, it is there, but in Pune, we don't have anything. We have only public internet connection only we have. Okay. computers are there for only for training purpose only. It is, we are not maintaining any IT infrastructure there. Like data centers, servers, storages, we don't maintain. So obviously, if in case, if they want to put a dedicated server in the Pune office, now we have to take a Leaseline. Leaseline is costly, the cost effect is more. So to reduce that one, we can use the VPN. Okay, so that's there, VPN will come up. Okay, Leaseline we cannot put everywhere. So instead of Leaseline, we use VPN, virtual private network. That's it is right. Inherently secure with no data encryption. You are going in a private, so no problem, no encryption required. You are going to communicate, but VPN is required encryption. Okay. So whatever it is, guys, try to understand Leaseline. Networking devices, hub, switches, routers, modem. These are very important. Of course, firewall also. Okay. Hub is for a simple LAN connections, layer 1 device. You don't understand MAC address or IP addresses. You don't understand MAC address or IP address. Okay. It is act like a repeater, simple LAN communication purpose. Switch can understand. Switch is a layer 2 device, understand MAC address, MAC address of a PC to port number of switch. Okay. Okay. So that is called a MAC address table. Okay. So we use in a LAN communication only. So router is a layer 3 device and inter-networking device. It means two or more networks want to communicate each other, so we can use a router. Okay, a router or multiple routers. Standard IP address. Okay, so it understand IP address, routing, how to forward the packets to the destination, best path selections. Both LAN WAN communications we use router. Okay. Bridges are a software based. It means it is not any hardware devices there. So we use Windows servers or Linux servers. Okay. So like my virtual bridges. Okay. One bridge is very simple, bridging between one NIC to another NIC. Bridging between one NIC to another NIC. I didn't write in that one, but here it is. Bridging between one NIC to another NIC. Connected to or more networks. But it is limited. Also use it for connecting two or more different networks, but it is limited, like a two or more only. 2, 3, 4. That's it. Not more than one. It's very difficult for 4 also. Very limited. Switch is having more ports. Router can able to connect multiple things. Modem is a modulator and demodulators. Okay, so which is used to connect internet. It converts your digital computer signals to analog telephone signals, and demodulate analog to digital once it is we receive the thing. I given an example of modulation and demodulation. Okay, wireless access point is, this is the very already I explained, but I didn't written anything here, guys. Wireless access point means very simple. It is a Wi-Fi extension type only. I have a modem. Okay, I have a modem. Already yesterday I showed with the picture. So I didn't remember where the picture is located. These are the topologies. Okay, we'll see. Okay, so usually we connect internet, so it is come from outside to our modem. Okay, so our modem. So the modem verifies like a connection thing, like a user ID, passwords, and make sure internet establishment connections done. Once internet is established, it is in a public only. Okay, the router will actually route your public network to private network, and it will send the packets to us. Okay. Here it is. Yesterday diagram for a wireless access point. Okay. Nowadays we are also combining modem plus routers are coming. modem plus routers are coming, right? So you're having a wired routers or wireless router. So whatsoever it is, you have a wireless devices. When you have wireless devices, you need a Wi-Fi kind of stuff, right? So to communicate from your network, your physical wired network to Wi-Fi devices, we need a device called wireless access point. What it is? You have a wired network and you have a wireless devices. Okay. So how to communicate? Wireless access points are required. So also wireless access points also work like a Wi-Fi extension. So you know you have a Wi-Fi router is there and it is not giving signal for long distances. So what to do? Signal is weak after 1 or 2 rooms we see. So then we use a extension. That is wireless access point. It is a simple small home, small office type. So my diagram is very simple. So outside we are getting internet connection through modem, modem to router. Router routes the packet. So it will connect different outside network to inside network. Okay. And I have a LAN inside. Okay. So if I have a Wi-Fi router, so Wi-Fi router can also connect it to wide PC communications, right? And also we can connect it to laptops, mobile phones, tablets like that. Okay. So this is a simple office, home office diagram. I think I forward this picture also. I didn't forward it. Okay, I will forward that picture also. I don't know where. Yeah, we can get the title of the picture. Yes, yes. Oh. Yeah, this is the picture. Okay. So go through this picture. Okay, so this is how it is connected. So wireless LAN is also called as a VLAN. So when you see a VLAN, WLAN, it is like a wireless LAN. Okay, so WLAN means wireless LAN. WAN means wide area network, means internet connection. LAN is a local area network, means it's your private network. Okay, WLAN means wireless LAN. VLAN is also there. VLAN I will tell today. Firewall already yesterday I explained the firewall. I didn't save the firewall thing. Okay. Okay. In generally, firewalls is trying to protect. Okay, is trying to protect your network from um, external attacks. Okay, so it will filter the traffics. Allowed network, not allowed network. Very simple. There is a firewall rules are there. Based on the firewall rules, is this network is allowed? Is this IP address is allowed? Is this particular network is allowed? Is this domain is allowed? Is port numbers are allowed? Port numbers are allowed. Even though we in a Linux administration we allowed a particular port number or a service, then only we can able to communicate, right? Same concept. So we are allow the particular service or not, like that. That is we are applying on it. So the firewall thing is will block your network. Normally in our home networks we don't use a dedicated firewall. Okay, we use our system having a firewall, so we use the firewall of our laptop or a desktop firewall only, software firewall only. But when it comes to the enterprises, the firewall is must, because of lot of packets are going outside in files. It is very prone to attacks, so a lot of people are ready to attack your network. Okay, so obviously what happened, the firewall is does not allow all the things. And the advantage of firewall is also it reduce the traffic collisions on the your network. Only allow certain packets only. Multi-layer switches. Multi-layer switch means the hardware layers are layer 1, layer 2, layer 3 only. Okay. So switch is a layer 2. Switch is a layer 2. It understand MAC address level only. Okay. Generally, switches not do routing, not understanding any IP address kind of stuff. Power cut. Very good. Okay. Power cut. Not understanding any routing protocol. Multi-layer switches is a layer 3 switch. Multi-layer switch means layer 3 switch like a router. So router is a layer 3. It understand IP address. It understand IP address, routing information. Okay, routing information like that. So L3 switches can do switching and as well as a routing function also. Both you need it. Like switch do switch function. Router do router related function, but you want both the things, you use a L3 switches, layer 3 switches. Layer 2 routers were not there. Layer 2 routers are not there. Okay. So what about layer 4? No. Layer 4 is transport layer. Okay. So we use layer 3 switches in the inter-VLAN routing. Inter-VLAN routing. So I didn't told about what is inter-VLAN, virtual LAN, VPN, proxy, and IDS and IPS kind of stuff. Okay. So that is we will go now. Just 1 minute. So what I will do, I will continue in this page only. So everything will be in a one single place. One second. Power cut. So I have to connect my cable. Power cut. It will no problem. Up to for some time. Okay. Now the internet will be down after some time. Guys, VLAN. VLAN is not a device. VLAN is not a device or anything. It is a very simple virtual LAN. So how to understand virtual LAN? It means divide a LAN into multiple LANs. Okay, divide a simple LAN into multiple LANs. Exactly say multiple VLANs. Multiple VLANs. Exactly say multiple VLANs. So like a once in a one single switch means a switch, a physical switch, one single switch, a single switch. A single switch. Single switch means a LAN, right? So a LAN we can create. Simple. Okay, simple. A single switch, a LAN we can create it. But we divide with with a single switch. We create a LAN. A LAN. And we can divide the LAN into VLANs. Okay. A VLAN network not communicate other VLAN network. Okay. So what is this meaning? So we'll go change. I can show you in practical also. I can show you in practically, but when you see a practical part, you will get a lot of doubts. Okay. So I'm waiting that one part. Okay. So the guys, this is a simple search. Okay. Okay. So look at here. This is a simple LAN. This is a switch. Okay. This is a switch. Okay. These are the PCs. Yeah. Okay. I will ask questions, guys. No problem. C, D, E, F. Okay. So can you tell me, guys? In this network, is A can able to communicate B or not? Forget about IP address. Okay. All are in the same logical address. Is A can able to communicate B? B can able to communicate D? Is this communication going on? Like each and every PC can communicate each other PC or not? Like this. A is communicating to B, B is communicating to C, A is communicating, he can able to communicate D. B is communicating to E. C is also communicating to E, F, like this. These devices are able to communicate each other or not in this LAN network.
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. So only one thing is they should be in a same logical network. So otherwise it won't communicate, but all are in the same logical network means IP network is same, but only thing is these are different. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm dividing this network into only two now for now because the place and other things. Okay. Divide into two VLANs. Okay. So this is the VLAN 2, for example. Okay. So this is VLAN 1. Sorry. VLAN 3. Okay. Otherwise, we'll get a problem because VLAN 1 is a direct port. Okay. We don't use, all are in VLAN 1 by default. Okay. So, so whatsoever it is, VLAN 1, VLAN 2, or like this, we can put it. Now, if you look at this port connection, look at this port connection, VLAN 1, sorry, VLAN 2, VLAN 3. So these are in VLAN 3. So these are all in a VLAN 3. Okay. Next, these are all, sorry, VLAN 3. VLAN 3. Okay. So VLAN 2, VLAN 3. Here it is. Now what happened? Again, A is able to communicate it to B. A can able to communicate it to B. Okay. A can able to communicate it to C. B can able to communicate it to A. B. Okay. So C can able to communicate it to D. D can send a packet to E. D can send a packet to F. F to E. E to D. D to E. F to D. Okay. Communication is there. Okay. But A to D communication is not there. C to E communication is not there. So obviously earlier it is a single LAN network. Now it is two different LAN network. Even though all the 6 PCs are in the same logical network, but physically there are different LAN networks. Exactly say virtually there are different LANs. Logical, physical, now it is virtual. Okay. So virtually there are LAN networks. Guys, virtual network virtualization concept. This is the one example. VLAN is also an example for network virtualization. One example. Lot of things are there. So physical network, we divide virtually into two networks. So ABC cannot communicate DEF. Okay. So like this, we can say ABC cannot communicate DEF. Understand? Guys, understand VLAN?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So compulsory, guys. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, what is the main purpose of creating VLAN, sir?
Very good. Very good. Okay. For example, just normal example. Okay, it is just for understanding example only. For example, these are all belongs to a department. Okay, so for example, sales department. They're all, these three are in a sales department. Okay, so this is our sales department. For example, this is a production department. So this is the production department. I don't have spelling mistake, sorry. So production department. So production department people should not communicate. A rule like I want to create like a production department people should not communicate sales people. Think like I have a marketing department, production department, HR department. Okay, like that it is there. So my point is HR department should not communicate it to any other department. Okay, sales department should not communicate it to production department, like that. Both all are in a same network, all are in a same network, same LAN only. But I want to make sure that the people who are using sales people who are using the computers, so those who are not communicating to production department. So what I have to do? There is a few choices. One is divide them in a logical network way, or so whatever it is, but point is what I'm saying. Yeah, they don't. I don't want to make them communicate. So then I divide a LAN into virtual LANs. Obviously, even though they are connected physically, but they are virtually, both are in different LANs. So this is how we can able to do it. So simply I have a very big organization, so different departments, different things are there. So I can divide them in a different LANs. Okay. Yes, I said inter-VLAN routing. Inter-VLAN routing means either you use a router, router, or maybe use a layer 2 switch. Either use a layer 3 switch or a router, we can use it. So we connect a router, means the router function, to our switch. Through this router, we can make a communication between one VLAN to another VLAN. Okay, we can make a communication between one VLAN to another VLAN by using this router. So router make a communication between one VLAN to another VLAN. That is called a inter-VLAN. That is called a inter-VLAN. Again, why we divide a LAN into separate one, and also why we are telling we can able to communicate. So that is again big question, right? Yes, we can manage. If you want to make them communicate, you can make them communicate. If you don't want them to communicate, so you can stop the communication also. So fully control the network. Okay, fully control the network. Usually inter-VLAN routing and all in a CAN. Okay, so not in a LAN. When you use a campus area network, so then campus area networks, inter-VLAN routings are more important in that one. For example, there is a department, like a admin department should communicate it to all the departments, like EC department, EEE department, mechanical department, civil department. Like admin department can able to communicate all other departments, but civil department cannot communicate mechanical people should not communicate civil like computer department should not communicate it to mechanical should not communicate it to electrical. Like you can control them, who can able to communicate each other, who cannot able to communicate each other. Like that we can able to also do with the inter-VLAN routing, just for understanding only. In a practically it is little different. Okay, so how it is look. Okay, so multiple switches we use in a communication, right? So that is also we configure a VTP. There's a word called a VTP. VLAN trunking protocol. Okay, so that is a VTP. If you are using a multiple switches in the same logical network. Okay. BTP in networking. So VLAN trunk protocol. VLAN trunk protocol. Okay. VLAN trunk protocol. So actually there is one more point is there. That's I will tell you. Okay. What is VLAN trunk protocol? So if you have a VLANs are there. So in a different layers. Guys, look at here. This is my one switch. This is another switch. This is another switch. Each switch having a different VLAN. For example, I'm taking this is a VLAN, VLAN 2, VLAN 2, VLAN 2. I want to make a communication between these VLANs. I want to make a communication between these VLANs, so I can make it. A VLAN 2 can communicate. VLAN 2 systems can communicate it to VLAN 2 systems. Okay. Okay. Systems connected to this VLAN. Systems connected to this VLAN. Systems connected to this VLAN. So all those systems can able to communicate each other. So to do that one, we need a VTP, which VLAN trunk protocol. That configuration. Okay. So if you don't get it, no problem. Okay, no problem. No problem. Okay. So this is about your inter-VLAN routing. STP is there, guys. Okay, STP is also there. So I will write the STP aside. I will explain STP in a separate form. Okay. That is virtual LAN. Understand, guys? VLAN.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, VPN proxy and IDS kind of stuff is also there. So what I want to do is take just a 5 minutes break is enough. Okay, so because I already started long, okay, almost half an hour. So these things I will put it in a one video or like that, so we can easily refer.
Sir, how admin can connect with VLAN and VLAN 1, VLAN 2, sir? So which device?
Yeah, that is a good one. Actually, we want to manage a VLAN thing. There is two things. Actually, I'm trying to search. Yeah, okay, then I'll show you. If you have a switch, like you have a switch, and in the switch, we have a console port. Like I said, na rollover cable. So you are connecting to a switch directly through console cable, and you can configure and you can manage. That's the one thing. So what I said, switch has a console cable. Okay, like normally switches and routers don't have monitor. We have a computer, we have a monitor, right? So you need a monitor to connect to a switch or router like our PC. Okay. So for example, you have a desktop. You want to see what is there. Connect a monitor to VGA port, right? Or HDMI port. The same thing, router switches having a console port, which is look like RJ45 LAN connection only, look like that one. So you connect your laptop or a desktop, like your computer, whatever the computer type, like laptop you are using. So you'll connect to the console port, connect it to your laptop. Nowadays you're getting USB also, earlier only serial port. So connect it, configuring it. So that is one. Second one is telnet or SSH through network. So I'm sitting here. My router is in my router's room. Okay, it is like in my server room. I have a router switches are there. Through network, you can able to connect it. So using a cable, like connect it through network, you can connect and configure. Through network, you are configuring means your switch must have IP address. Switch don't understand IP address. So then we use layer 3 switches for that one. So that's a layer 3 easy to manage. Okay. So like this is a switch. Okay. So if you have a multi-layer switch, like this is a switch, you can see. Zoom in. Yeah. This is the highest one. These are the LAN port numbers. This is the console one. Okay. The 1, 2, the console port is there. If you go to the Google also, I can show Cisco. You put a configuration, just you need a connection. See like this, connection is there. So interface. I can show you the practical, but we need a time. We don't have a time. Here it is. See? It's a fiber optical one. Okay. So the console switch is normal only. So purely console port. Okay. Like this. Okay. So here it is, console port, cable, and system. Now it is a converter came, laptop USB port converter. It is actually a serial port connector. Okay. Console port. You can see console port. Switches and routers having console port directly. You can able to connect like this. You can connect like this to the console port. Second one is through network, through telnet or SSH or remote configuration protocol. You can access. Okay, it's a console cable. So one side RJ45, another side DB9 means serial port connector. RS232 protocol. Okay. What I'm going to do is nothing. I don't do configuration. It will kill your time. Take a break, guys.